This is the Dodgers Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hello and welcome to the Locked On Dodgers Postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. I am Pete Fox, covering sports in LA dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. Well, that is a little bit more like it. Do I feel guilty that Yoshi went the distance? Absolutely not. Do I feel like the fact that the bullpen did not come into this game was a benefit? Absolutely. I don't care how they win. A W is a W, and I feel much better about the way this one turned out as compared to last night. So, series evened, heading back to Dodger Stadium, one apiece, which means the Dodgers again have regained home field or gained home field advantage.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Yeah, this one's pretty easy. That Will Smith home run, when neither team had any offense to speak of, put the Dodgers up 2-1, and then Max Muncy on his heels added another home run, and the Dodgers cruised from there. A wild pitch run, we'll take it. I absolutely love it. And then a fielder's choice got the Dodgers to 5. And, Yoshi was cruising. I mean, that is utter dominance. 6 pitches, all working effectively. Had the curve working. Like, that curveball was so wicked. I mean, it just falling off the table. The splitter, which he relied on early, was also practically unhittable. The slider, he got guys out with the fastball. You know the thing about that fastball, and I've said this before, I say it all the time, over and over, what is so lethal about that fastball is that 4-seamer looks like a 2-seamer. It is not flat. That ball is rising, it's riding in, it's riding out. 8 Ks in all for Yoshi. It felt like 16. He retired 20 in a row. Wow. I mean, what a dominant performance.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I'm doing these all right now because I completely forgot about him last night. I was so fired up and bent out of shape about the way that game went. In spite of me trying to put a positive spin on it and turn a negative into a positive, which I kind of feel like we did. I feel like the fact that that game was so one-sided worked out to the Dodgers' benefit, kind of like I had hoped. Better to lose it like that than in a one-run nail-biter that goes against you because the bullpen falls apart. Yeah, the bullpen fell apart yesterday, but, it was a little bit surprising because Blake Snell was so good last time out. But as many people have said, including a former colleague and friend of mine, Steve Mason from 710 ESPN in LA, the Dodgers were due for a clunker. Blake Snell was due for a clunker, and they got one yesterday. So turn the page and move on to today. 5-1, the final. Yoshi goes the distance. Player of the game, without a doubt, not even close. But a home run for Max Muncy, that is key. And Shohei Ohtani being productive in I don't want to call it high leverage situation, but he was producing when he needed to produce. That was also nice to see and effective for the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez, on the other hand, struck out 4 times. The golden sombrero. You don't like to see that. But Will Smith could definitely deserve honorable mention for player of the game. 2 for 4, runs scored on a homer, and 3 RBI. Got the Dodgers started there with a nice piece of hitting. And when Will Smith is going, that is good for the Dodgers. Shohei 1 for 4 with the run scored. Mookie Betts 0 for. Freddie had a hit and a run scored. Had a walk as well. Teo, kind of like Shohei, interestingly enough, when he's going bad, it's really bad. I mean, he's just swinging at everything. Bad pitches, way out of the zone. But the good news is, just like with Ohtani, he can turn it around at any given moment and be red hot again. Max Muncy going the other way for a home run was nice to see. KK 0 for 4. We need to see him turn around and get hot again. I'm sure he will on Monday when the Dodgers get back to the Ravine, where, again, they have the home field advantage. Tommy Edman really hasn't done anything in this series. 0 for 4 again tonight. And really nice to see Andy Pages get his average close to 100 this postseason. It's still not over 100. He's batting 93, but had a hit and a run scored tonight. So that's good stuff. But the biggest story of this game is that we did not see the bullpen. And I think we're all completely fine with that. Manuel says, I'm glad to see Ohtani was able to get at least a single, but Pages just continues to make base running blunders, and too much of that. Yeah, it seems like anytime Pages does something good, you can always find something negative that he's done as well. Victor says Yama is definitely the ace of all aces. It was nice to see Pages get a base hit. That's from History Man 828. Yeah, Yamamoto has been like unhittable for quite a while, and that's the kind of brilliance you need in the postseason to win World Series. Look, Kevin Gausman had the Dodgers stymied for a while, for a good 5-6 innings. They really had nothing going on until they scored those 2 extra runs in the 6th inning. He had them totally off balance. But the good news is Yamamoto was giving no life to them at all. Although at that point, he had given up 4 hits. He finished the day with a total of 4 hits because he retired 20 in a row after that, 105 pitches. And I love the conversation during the game when, going into the 9th inning, Yamamoto has 93 pitches, and both Joe and I forget his name every freaking night. But the color commentator guy, that Smoltzy, I don't know why I blank on his name, because again, I am a fan, but Smoltzy brings up the point all the time, and I love him for this, that the 100 pitch line of demarcation is just an arbitrary number, and Yamamoto is comfortable throwing upwards of 120 to 130. They said he threw 138 at one point, because in the Japanese league, they don't have this arbitrary number like we do in the United States in Major League Baseball. He says, look, you have to use your eyes, and you have to say, he's fine, he's cruising. I don't care how many pitches he's thrown. He's not getting in any trouble. He's dominating, and the opposition is completely off balance. So let him go out there and finish the game. And thankfully they did that tonight. So I fully agree. And I've been saying that for years, especially when they get these younger guys out there early in their career that get into no hitters into the 8th or 9th inning, and they start threatening that 100 pitch line. And they're like, oh, we got to pull him out. I don't want to ruin his career. And Smoltz has said that number does not equal anything regarding health. So if you keep a guy under 100 pitches, it does not equal him being healthy or not hurting himself at that point or at any later point in his career. It is irrelevant to their health. So why do we pay attention to this? Who friggin' knows? But thankfully tonight, Dave Roberts and Andrew Friedman and the nerds in the Dodger analytics basement did not have any thought of pulling Yamamoto out of this game. Thankfully, again, 105 pitches. He went the distance for his 2nd consecutive complete game. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but it's the first Dodger to do it since Kershaw did it in 1988, which was so long ago. I don't even remember Kershaw doing that back in 88. Did I say Kershaw in 88? That's not right. Who did that in 88? Kershaw obviously wasn't pitching in 88. Hershiser. Oral Hershiser. And now that I'm saying that, I do remember that, obviously, because he threw 50-plus scoreless innings. So, yeah, Kershaw. Wow. My apologies on that blunder. The Dodgers with a 5-1 win to even the series at 1, heading back to LA on Monday night. Let's take a break. When we come back, we will get a little bit more into the offense, which I think definitely improved tonight compared to last night. and compared to the entire Milwaukee series. So we have a lot to feel good about after this 5-1 win in Toronto tonight at the Rogers Center. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, where, of course, you find Travis Rogers Monday through Friday with the Locked On Daily Dodgers pod, an in-depth look as to what's going on in the Dodger universe. We, of course, here on the postcast come on right after the game and break it down for you, instant reaction. So if you want things that are more in-depth, then check out Travis Monday through Friday with the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast. Tonight's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast is brought to you by Rugiet. Let's be real. Making excuses doesn't solve anything. We've all used them before. I don't know that we've heard them a lot other than coming out of our own mouth. It's just stress. I'm tired. This is the one that I used when it happened to me, and it's happened to everybody. I'm not afraid to say it. I don't know. This is I don't know. This never happens to me. But it does, right? So it's part of life, and there are different reasons for it. But when it comes to performance, sometimes your body just needs a little extra support, and that's where Rugiet comes in. Rugiet.com offers fast-acting, doctor-prescribed treatments for ED designed to help you stop making excuses and start making moves. Rugiet makes it easy to get started. You just connect with a board-certified doctor, 100% online, no awkward waiting rooms, no in-person appointments. The process is fast, simple, and private, and it's all handled by real doctors. And then the ED medication, if prescribed, you will get it discreetly to your door in the mail. So visit Rugiet.com/LockedOnMLB to get 15% off your first order. That's Rugiet, spelled RUGIET.com/LockedOnMLB. And don't forget to use our code, again, LockedOnMLB, so they know we sent you. Rugiet, stop making excuses and start making moves. Tonight's episode also brought to you by FanDuel. Of course, the football season is in full swing, as is the World Series. 5 to go, probably less, but or fewer, but nonetheless, NBA season is underway. Exciting stuff going on there already. The NHL season. So there's plenty to get in on the action with regard to FanDuel. And don't miss this offer, which is pretty special, especially if you're a new customer right now. If you are a new customer, you can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win that first bet. That's right. Pick a bet, put down $5, and if it hits, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app on any sport. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com. It definitely makes things more exciting, more interesting, and definitely more fun. Go to FanDuel.com, download the FanDuel app today, and get started. King, come on. Okay, whatever reason, I couldn't get the little transition thing there. So, and we're back. I'm so used to playing that thing. I don't know what happened there. It just locked out on me. Anyway, Dodgers with a 5-1 win, beating the Jays and really just sucking the life out of their momentum. I think that's the biggest part of this. The fact that Yoshinobu Yamamoto gave them absolutely no hope of winning this game. The Dodgers grabbed a 1-0 lead very early in the first inning. Will Smith singles to center, scoring Freddie Freeman, who had doubled with 2 outs. That was clutch as hell. And getting ahead early as the visiting team is very important, especially coming off an 11-4 demolition the way the Dodgers did. And then, they were kind of cruising along for a little bit. Kirk, a sacrifice fly to center that scored Springer. But listen, let's not overlook the fact that Yamamoto got into a jam a couple of times there in the first and the second, and got out of those jams, striking out guys and striking out batters with runners in scoring position. So not only did he retire 20 in a row to end the game, he got out of tough spots early in the game when he was still trying to settle in. And that was huge for them, because damn well that the Blue Jays came into this game riding high, chests bowed, pounding their chest after an 11-4 win and a 9-run inning where they could absolutely do no wrong. So to snuff out that rhythm and that momentum, both defensively and offensively for this Dodger team, was absolutely crucial and huge. Again, to get hits from guys like Ohtani that mattered. Mookie Betts was over, but Freddie with that big hit, that double in the first was a big time clutch, 2 out, high leverage, or at least medium leverage situation. Will Smith, 2 for 4, 3 RBI. Teo, let's just turn the page on his 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. Max Muncy, a home run. Will Smith, a home run. Kike and Tommy Edman, 0 for 4, but to get a hit from Andy Pages, anything at the bottom of the lineup, because those guys are all struggling, anything from those three is definitely helpful and crucial to the Dodgers' momentum and to keep it rolling back at home. Obviously, at home, they're a different team, and the Dodger fans are going to bring the energy just like the Toronto Blue Jays fans have been doing in this series. Although tonight at Rogers Center, it was tough for the Jays fans to find anything to cheer about tonight, and that is okay with us as Dodger fans. So when it is all said and done, I think the Dodgers are going to win this series. I do not think it's going to be easy because they won the way they did tonight. I still think that there is a long road to hoe. Ascot Avenue says Dodgers in 6. I feel like that's a fair prediction. Great game, Pete. And yes, Yamamoto did have trouble at first. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, though. I don't know that we were terribly worried, but to get out of that jam, I thought that was absolutely huge. And again, that curveball was just sick tonight. The splitter doing what it was doing. But I don't know. If you made me decide which one of his 2 pitches I loved more tonight, the fastball or the curveball, I don't know that I could pick one. That fastball moving around, riding in, rising is just, it's lethal. And, look, it's that's baseball for you, right? A clunker last night from Blake Snell, and tonight Yamamoto comes out and dominates, and the Dodgers win comfortably. So, let's hope in Game 3. I'm assuming Glasnow is the guy, but it could be Shohei. Let's see if they have named that starter as of yet. Of course, that game on Monday, 5 o'clock at the Ravine. Yeah, Glasnow versus Scherzer. Scherzer comes in with a 3.18 ERA. Glasnow, a 0.68 ERA. Glasnow, 18 Ks versus 5 for Scherzer. A few more walks for Glasnow. He has 8 to Scherzer's 4. Glasnow has not surrendered a home run. Scherzer has surrendered 1. But let's not overlook the fact that Scherzer is an old man. And that is a fact that cannot be overlooked or changed. But still, an experienced pitcher that is not going to make things easy for the Dodgers, but it is going to be good to be at home. That is going to do it for me here on the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. We appreciate you guys watching and listening as always, and we appreciate you allowing us to be your source for your team every day. Don't forget, Monday night, off tomorrow because the Chargers already played and the Dodgers are traveling. So we'll be back at it Monday to break down Game 3 when it is over right here on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening and appreciate the comments. And go Dodgers. Enjoy the weekend.